Good morning, children. Today we will see this tabular column of the differences between the properties of the solids, liquids and gases. Okay, first one, the property is the arrangement of the molecules, and in the solids and liquids how they are done. Tightly packed in solids, loosely packed in liquids and very loosely packed in the gases. Coming to the intermolecular distance, so if it is tightly packed, the distance will be very small. If it is loosely packed, that is bit more than in the solids. And if they are very loosely packed, then it is very more. The distance is very more. When the distance is very small, the intermolecular force also will be very strong. Whereas the distance increases, the force will become weak in the case of the liquids. In gases, the distance is very large, so the intermolecular force is very weak. Now coming to the shape of the solids, it is definite shape. For liquid, the shape is there, but it will take the shape of the container only. Okay, here the gas also takes the shape of the container. Volume, the solid will have a definite volume. The liquid also will have a definite volume, but the gas will not have the volume. Ability to flow, solids cannot flow. Liquids can flow from higher level to the lower level, and gases can flow in all directions. Diffusion does not occur in solids. It can occur easily, but it will be very slow, whereas the gases will diffuse very quickly. This example, you can take the example of our gas stove itself. The moment the gas is on, okay, before lighting, okay, before you are switching on the gas stove, if by mistake the gas is coming out, it will take only 2-3 seconds for the whole kitchen to spread. The gas will spread inside the kitchen within 2-3 minutes. So the moment you enter the kitchen, you can smell and say there is a gas leak. So the gases diffusion will occur very easily. Okay. We don't want to talk about this cohesive force. We can say compressibility. Compressibility means the compression. Solids cannot be compressed. Okay, liquids can be compressed to some extent, whereas the gases can be fully compressed. Okay, now coming to the this Brownian movement also, we will switch it off. We are not going to take it now. We will be having in your higher studies. Now coming to the fill in the blanks in the revision zone. An atom is the basic unit of the element. The molecules of the water, okay, are more packed than the molecules of the oxygen. Oxygen is a gas. Okay, water here is a liquid. Okay, in liquid and gas we saw the molecules are for the liquid is loosely packed, and it is very loosely packed in the case of gases. So are more, so you can say loosely packed, because liquid only first is there comparing. So the liquid are more loosely packed. No, you cannot say loosely packed, more loosely. You should say tightly. You cannot say loosely here, because this is first one we are comparing the liquid. So liquid is less loosely packed compared to the oxygen. Here they have used the word more. So you should say more tightly packed. The dash, the intermolecular force, the shorter is the intermolecular distance. The stronger the intermolecular force, the shorter is the intermolecular distance. The liquids have a weaker intermolecular force between their molecules. Intermolecular force, we are talking about intermolecular force. Then intermolecular force is what? Intermolecular force is weak than solids. Okay, is weak than solids. Okay, so an atom is the basic unit of the element. The molecules of the water are more tightly packed than that of the oxygen, because oxygen is a gas, water is a liquid. Then the dash, the intermolecular force, that is, the stronger the intermolecular force, the shorter is the intermolecular distance. Then liquids have a weaker intermolecular force than solids. Okay, now coming to the effects of heat on matter. That is, we are going to apply heat. Okay, substances will increase in size on heating. Okay, that is when you are heating, the substances will increase. That is because during heating, the molecules will move apart, and they will become loosely arranged. So this is called expansion. Okay, and we can take an example as a metal lid of the container. Metal lid means like our jam bottle lid or a pickle bottle lid. In olden days we had a metal lid. So that metal is a solid. You have to open the bottle means if you immerse that lid inside a hot water, what will happen? Hot water will make the metal lid expand. So it will slowly expand and it will become loosened. Okay. Now during cooling, that is when I am cooling, that is withdrawing the heat, the particles, that is what they are saying, substances can decrease in size on cooling. So during cooling, the particles will move closer. Is it not? Even in the cold winter times, what will you do? You will wear sweater and you will be tightening yourselves. That is, you will be going closer to the warm body, something like that. So the molecules will contract, come nearby, they get tightly packed. So this is called contraction. Okay, so we are going to discuss the types of expansion and contraction in solids, liquids and gases. So first we are talking about expansion. That is, I am going to apply heat. Okay, apply heat. Like the expansion is very least. Least means very small. The expansion is very small. And in the liquids, expansion is less. Less means compared to the solids, it can expand. Like in the case when the milk boils, after boiling it will spill out of the container. That is, after expanding it will come out. Whereas the expansion is very large in the case of gases. That is, the expansion is very high. Like when you are blowing air into the balloon, that is, you are going to inflate the balloon. Okay, and you leave that balloon in the sunlight for a long time. What will happen? The air will absorb the heat energy. It will expand, and immediately the balloon will burst or break. Okay, so the solids expansion is less. The liquids, the expansion is in the solids the expansion is very least. Expansion in liquids is very less, and expansion is very more in the gases. Similar way for contraction. So contraction is what? You are going to again apply cold, or I am putting in the cold condition. What will happen? It will contract. Okay, but only to very least levels. Whereas the liquids will contract. Okay, the contract, that is when you switch off the stove or you turn off the stove, then the heat is cut off and the milk, okay, when it has started to boil, it will start to cool down. Okay, it will come back to the previous level. So this is the less contraction in the liquids. Whereas in the gases, how it has been expansion is, the inflated balloon is placed in a bowl containing the cold water. That is, you blow air into the balloon and then that balloon is placed on a bowl containing the cold water. So the balloon will get shrinked in size. That is, the air in the balloon will be shrinking. So the balloon itself will be shrinking. Okay, these two activities you can do at home and see. You can inflate a balloon and keep it in the sun. It will burst. You can inflate another balloon and keep it in the cold water. It will shrink in size. Okay. These are day-to-day experiences which we see when you boil the milk. And this, for the solids, the simple example is the plumber. Like when they are fixing the pipes, they will be applying heat to expand the pipe. Okay. For cooling, that is, they will put the iron inside the cold water so that the handle will come fast. Okay. So the next one is in day-to-day activities. See, the blacksmiths will heat the iron so that it is soft, and from when it is soft only you can turn it into any shape. Okay, then there is a metal rim on the wheels. Metal rim on the wheels can be fixed only using this principle. Okay, you will be heating the metal rim and then slowly you can put the wheel inside the metal rim. Okay, the railway tracks. Railway tracks, you have seen there will be a small gap between the two rails because during the summer there will be an expansion. So if there should be some space for this expansion. Otherwise this will bend. This portion will bend. So the gaps are left in order to allow expansion during the hot weather. Then coming to the tightly jammed metal lids of the food jars. This is what I told. For a jam bottle or any other food jars, it should be a bottle, glass bottle. It should not be a plastic item. It should be a bottle with a metal lid. Okay, in that case, if you cannot open it, you can put the jar totally inside a hot water and then the lid will be opened because the metal lid will be expanding on heating. Okay, now we are going to study the changes in the states of matter. We saw 3 states of matter. Now we are going to see how from one state it is going to change to the other state. Okay, we will be seeing about melting, boiling, condensation, freezing, sublimation. Okay, now we will see about first one is melting. Melting means from the solid it is being changed into the liquid when it is being heated. Okay, so what I am going to do is the intermolecular distance is increasing. Okay, because in the solids the distance is very less. So when I apply heat, the molecules will expand or the distance will be increasing. So that distance will cause the change of state. That is, from the solid it will move to the liquid state. So that is the process called melting. So the process in which the solid gets converted to liquid upon heating is called melting. Example, melting of the butter or melting of the ice. Coming to the boiling. Now, in the liquid state, if you still apply heat, you keep on applying the heat, what will happen? The distance between the molecules are again increasing. So, what will happen? The distance will be increasing and more the distance, it will now become the gas form. So, the liquid state is converted into the gaseous state. So, that process is called boiling. The process in which the liquid is converted into gas is called boiling. Okay. Now, these 2 conditions we will see in the next class. Okay. Condensation and freezing. Now, we saw 2 conditions. One is the melting and one is the boiling. Melting, you are going to apply heat to a solid. So, the solid is getting converted into a liquid. Now, for boiling, I am going to apply more heat energy to the liquid. So, the liquid will be converted into the gas. Okay. So, these 2 are the 2 processes which you should be knowing. Okay. So, what did we see in this total video? We saw the differences between the properties of a solid, liquid and the gas. Mainly, we were concerned about the intermolecular distance, the intermolecular force, okay, then the ability to flow, the diffusion, and we were talking about the arrangement of the molecules. These 5 points are very, very important. Then the compression. How can we compress? Whether the solids can be compressed, liquids can be compressed, or the gases can be compressed. Then we saw this revision zone. Then we came across the effect of heat on matter. We saw 2 conditions. One is the expansion and another one is the contraction. Expansion, there will be more space. So the solids and liquids will be expanding. How much they are expanding? The solids, the expansion is very least. Liquids will expand little, whereas the gases will expand very, very more. The contraction is also the same. the solids contraction is very least, the liquids will contract less, and the gases will contract the most. We saw the practical applications for expansion and contraction in the case of the railway tracks, and for opening the tightly jammed metal lids of the food jars. Now coming to the changes in the states of matter. From one state of matter we are going to change to the other state of matter by applying heat. Here in melting we are going to apply heat such that the solid will be converted into the liquid. Example, melting of ice or melting of butter. Then vaporization, we are going to convert the liquid to the gas on heating. So this is the two states of matter, that is the changes in the states of matter, which is melting and boiling. Okay, in the next class I will be going through the last portion of this lesson, and then we will see the book back exercise. Okay children, thank you.